Good morning. Let me get organized here, guys. I'll turn the camera on a second. I gotta find my chat. Hope everybody had a great weekend. Hope everybody was safe. No accidents. Okay. Hey, Ginger Locks. How are you doing? Hey, Katie. You can call in if you want. Oh, my goodness. I've been rushing around all morning. Catch up on my chat. Hey, Kimbo. Key Largo. I saw your comment the other day. I think it's in my community page about the flamingo that's down in my flower pot. Girl, I love flamingos. Hey, Water Ski. Long time no see. How are you? You're going through a plumbing nightmare, Ginger Locks? Oh, my. Let me get the camera on, guys. Morning. I'm here. I'm still in my PJs. Oh, my goodness, Kay. I hope everyone's okay. Hey, Pamela. Samara. Hi, Cheryl. Thank you, Kimbo. My hubby is good at matching things up and doing things like that. Guys, I am not liking this lipstick. This is Kat Bondi, but I just don't like it. It's like, I don't know. It's kind of dull or something. Maybe it's old. I got it at Marshall's and it was only like $5.99, and her lipstick's usually a lot more than that, I thought. Oh my goodness. Let's see, make positivity louder. The Elizabeth Shelley disappearance is taking place in my hometown. Her uncle was arrested half a mile from me. Are you serious? You know what was a little bit confusing? Elizabeth Shelley, she's missing from Utah. I think she went missing over the weekend. Um, they said the last time that she was seen was 2 a.m., of course, at her parents' home. She was last seen wearing a red tank top and blue jeans at 2 a.m. Why is she not in her PJs unless she fell asleep with her clothes on? Hi, Shirley. Oh, thank you, Katie. Yeah, water ski mom. That's what I should have done, but I hate lip gloss. This is like a matte finish. Oh, thank you, Samara. I actually had to get up this morning and finish blow drying it. I took a shower. I was on Dee Dee's live stream last night, Delusion Dispeller. The time I got off there, I was tired. It was late. I went to bed with my hair wet. So I had to get up this morning and blow dry it and try to straighten it. It had dried and it looked terrible. But anyways, let me get back to the Elizabeth Shelley. I think they call her Lizzie. Her uncle, it would have been her mother's brother, was at the home. Okay. The little girl was last seen at 2 a.m. Let's say the parents may have went and checked on her. That's how they know that, I guess. I don't know. But when they woke up at 9 a.m., the little girl was gone, and so was her brother, which is the little girl's uncle. When they arrested him, there was evidence that showed that she was outside the home with the uncle. But when they arrested him, he had a baseball bat stuck down the back of his pants. What was he doing with that bat? I would say that he sexually assaulted that little girl and beat her to death with that bat. I do not think they will find her alive. He killed her. That's what I think. Oh, thank you, Water Ski. Hey, Millie D. Something is fishy with that entire family. Everyone locally believes there's a lot more to the story, and the police are leaving out until they find her. Hey, you can call in, make positively louder since you live in that hometown. Like, he also had a piece of her clothing on him. They aren't releasing that information yet, though. Oh, thank you for telling me that. Yeah, why did he have a baseball bat? Um, he had a criminal history, going joyriding in a car, things like that. Nothing really what I would call violent. Seems like maybe he had an alcohol problem. Thank you, Shirley. I just saw your comment. Yeah, Katie, she probably is passed, unfortunately. Hey, Olivia. Yeah, it is sick. It is really sick. My eye's watering and my mascara's getting in my eye. Hold on, guys. Don't mind my PJs I'm still in. Okay, guys. Me either. And I just saw something just really, really disturbing out of Georgia. This guy got like 160 years. He had been raping his stepdaughter and he got her pregnant. She was like 10 years old. But the thing about it is, the little girl told on him when she took a sex ed class at school. And the mother, he was ordered not to be around that little girl, and he fled to another state. The mother went to that state where he was at and took the little girl, and the guy kept raping her, and he got her pregnant. And he got 160 years, and the mother thinks that's too much time for him after what he did to her little girl. But you could tell the family was messed up. Here, this grandmother's giving a news interview in a little tank top, smoking a cigarette. And guys, I smoke. But I think if I was going to give an interview with a news reporter about my granddaughter who had been sexually assaulted and impregnated, I would put the damn cigarette down and put me on at least a t-shirt. Oh, okay, make positively louder. Be safe going to work. Thank you so much for the information. If you find out anything else, let me know, please. Yeah, he deserves it, Katie. Yeah, the mother was taking up for him, but you could just tell by the grandmother what type of people they were. I mean, the woman didn't even brush her hair for the news interview. Now, I know beauty's on the inside and all that, and I try not to judge people. Um, I know some people can't afford clothing, but she could have put a damn t-shirt on and put that cigarette down while she was talking about her granddaughter that had been sexually assaulted. People kill me. Yeah, lose a cigarette and look respectable. I mean, crap, I smoke. I would never do that. Yeah, there's so many women that choose men over their children. The mother actually told authorities when the little girl first told like a teacher what was happening. She told authorities the little girl was lying. How do you know the little girl's lying? Yeah, it's pathetic. Yeah, it's out of Georgia. I actually saw it on YouTube this morning. Um, it's not a recent case, but it's not that old. I think it may have happened about a year ago. Um, but I think it was on that News 11 that had the McNabb and Bell trial on it. That's the channel I saw it on. Yeah, it's disgusting. Hey, Candy. I'm good. How are you? You know, the grandma didn't blame her, but it didn't look like she done too much to protect either. But the mother blamed her. Okay, Katie, I just got your message. I'll message you after I get off here. Oh, I did get a new coffee cup. Look, it's pretty cool. I love old 50s stuff. Yeah, it was the mom, Katie. The mom said that she was probably lying. Or she didn't say probably. She said she is lying from what I've watched. Thank you, Ginger Locks. I only paid like $3.99 for that. It's like really nice. I like going to Marshall's. Sometimes you can find good stuff cheap. I also found this there. It was like $24.99. Please overlook my nails. Pretty good deal. I looked it up. On here, it says it's originally $32, but online it was actually more. I did use it this morning too. Urban Decay. That's where the Kat Von D stuff come from. Maybe that lipstick, I don't like it. Probably because of the color. It could be old too. Yeah, some more. It's like I'd never bought Urban Decay. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. I'm gonna get me some Jeffree Star eyeshadow palette, however you say it. Yeah, I've got to talk to Maggie Ginger Lock, speaking about merch, about my t-shirts, if she's still going to have time to do them. I must be allergic to some kind of makeup that I wear because my eyes start watering, my nose waters, runs, but however you say it. You like Too Faced? I've never tried that. I need to try it. They had stuff like they had Bare Minerals there. Um, I think they had NARS there. I think that's how you say it. Yeah, I like the colors. I'm kind of a neutral girl, or nude, whatever you call it. Yeah, I want some Jeffree Star lipstick too. I think that's what I'm going to order next time I get my YouTube money. I think I'm going to order me one. I just hate to pay that much for eyeshadow. It took me like an hour to decide whether to pay for that or not. I mean, I really hated paying $25 for that. I know it's worth it. Hey, White Lightning. Oh, I will tell Sonny hello. Me and Sonny had a little disagreement yesterday. I had to throw a food container at him. Hey, Carolina girl. Good morning. North Carolina, not too far from me. Yeah, I had to throw a food container at Sonny, or he was really going to hurt me yesterday. He scares me. I'm scared of him. Sometimes he gets that little boy chased him away, and he got pissed at me. Hey, Linda. Um, let's see what else we can find about. Let me get out of chat for a minute. I don't want to get too far off track this morning. I'm really, really bad for that. I noticed there was a new news article about the little missing girl from Utah. The search continues for missing 5-year-old Utah girl as uncle refuses to cooperate with police. Elizabeth Shelley was last seen at 2 a.m. Saturday when her mother went to bed. When her mother woke up, her daughter was gone along with the girl's 21-year-old uncle. Authorities in Utah will spend a fourth day, Tuesday, searching for a 5-year-old girl whose uncle is suspected in her disappearance but not cooperating with investigators. Elizabeth Shelley of Logan was last seen about 2 a.m. Saturday when her mother went to bed, according to the Logan police. When Elizabeth's mother woke up, her daughter was gone along with the girl's uncle, Alex Whipple, 21, who was visiting the family. When police started searching for Elizabeth, they found items nearby connected to both Elizabeth and Whipple and to the home they vanished from. Whipple was found about 3 p.m. Saturday, according to police. Whipple refused to identify himself and tried to run, but police determined he was wanted for violation of probation on recent charges of receiving stolen property and driving under the influence. He was also in possession of drug paraphernalia and arrested on that charge and his previous warrant. He was also in possession of a metal baseball bat at the time, according to NBC affiliate KSL. Other items he had with him have since been forensically tested and are connected to Elizabeth, according to police. And someone had just commented in the chat that he was found with clothing, a piece of her clothing. The 21-year-old was uncooperative when detectives interviewed him, according to police. He made several inconsistent statements at the very beginning and lied about his whereabouts, which were already known. We have no reason to believe anything he told us was accurate. Elizabeth's family said in a statement that they are overwhelmed, scared, and sad at the recent tragic events that have touched our lives. We are grateful for those who continue to search and help. I think I got mascara in my hair. I just saw it. More than 200 officials with local and federal agencies continue to search for the missing girl. Excuse me. Logan police are asking that anyone who saw either Elizabeth or Whipple on Saturday to contact the department. They also appealed to people in Logan who have security cameras to share their footage and check their properties for anything that seems out of place. And then it says Elizabeth was last seen wearing jeans and a red tank top. She is 3 feet 6 inches tall with shoulder length curly brown hair with bangs and also has brown eyes. So she was last seen when her mother went to bed at 2 a.m. Did her mother not put PJs on her? It don't mean. That's weird. I'm sorry, that's weird. I know kids fall asleep in their clothes, but most parents, like I said in my video this morning, like I used to do to my son, I would put his PJs on. You can change a little kid's clothes while they're asleep. Easy. I've done it many times. Time for a smoke break, y'all. Hey, Donnie. I don't know how close. That's a good question, Carolina girl. How close does he live to the parents? I don't know. It seems like he had just been hanging out at their house, and guess he waited till they went to bed and he went and done something to his little niece. And for him to be tied to her disappearance, like that makes me think that he done something bad to her and then killed her. Of course, he could be hiding her somewhere like Jamie Kloss, but so that he could continue to abuse her more, maybe. Maybe he's got her hid somewhere. How you doing, Donnie? Yeah, Lisa, I've done that many, many times. I got to walk to the bathroom, guys, but take the crumb. But my makeup is really bothering my eyes. Sometimes eyeshadow makes my eyes water because it only does it when I wear eyeshadow. If I just wear mascara and eyeliner, I'm fine. I hate that when my eyes start watering, half your makeup gets off your eye. Hi, Morgan. Maybe he dressed her. Good point, Katie. That's why I like talking to y'all. Y'all make me think about things I didn't think about. Maybe he put her clothes on her. Try cream shadow. I will, Carolina girl. Thank you. Yeah, I've noticed that. And you know how you do your like a little smoky eye, and you'll put like the eyeshadow in your bottom lashes where your liner's at, supposed to be at. Um, I think that's what's making my eyes water when I do that. I can't believe how much makeup I have collected and how much I bought this weekend, but I needed it. Well, I'm glad to hear you're doing good, Donnie, baby. Yeah, like who walks around with a baseball bat, Carolina girl? Right. That is so right. Let me get me a cig real quick. We'll look back through the chat. Guys, I bought some chapstick lip balm. It's called Free Range Chicken Poop. It's a natural lip balm. It's all natural. I bought it at Tractor Supply. I'll show it to you guys when I turn the camera back on. It's got a chicken on it. It says free range chicken poop, but it's all natural and it's really good. And I also got some. It says Nature's Aspirin Willow Balm topical painkiller. That crap works on my tendonitis knot. That knot I have on me is about the size of a golf ball now, and it's really been hurting me. So I paid $10 for a tube of that. I didn't think it would work. It actually works. And it's all natural. And both of those items I said are made in the US. Morgan says it's easier to change their clothes when they're asleep. Yeah, Morgan, it is. Thank you, Samara. Yeah, it is. It's called chicken poop. They sell it at Tractor Supply. What can you give a dog that has sore muscles? Oh, Donnie, baby, I love your profile pic. That horse. Um, you could probably maybe give them some baby Tylenol. I know Tractor Supply sells animal pain reliever and antibiotics. But you could try to give them like some babies, maybe some of the babies liquid Tylenol, however you say it. I can never say that word. Or an aspirin. You got knots and they hurt. Well, Lisa, you need to get some of this cream because it really works. I was really, really surprised at how well it works. You're a horse rider? Girl, I used to love uh, Pamela. Number one, not Tylenol. Give them a baby aspirin. Okay, Pamela. Thank you for telling us that. Tylenol bad on them. Lisa, you have to get some of this balm. Yes, you really do. Yeah, Donnie, give them baby aspirin. Pamela says Tylenol must be bad on their liver. Sonny, yeah, he was pissed off yesterday, Southern Mom. That little boy, I'm telling you, it wasn't that he was just, you know how kids will run chickens, playing with them. He was being mean to Sonny. And his grandma said something smart to me yesterday. She said, I've had about enough of that rooster. I said, I've had about enough of your grandson coming over here being mean to my dogs, too. I hate to say stuff like that, but I've tried everything in this world to get that little boy not to be naughty when he comes over here. And he will hit my dog, throw rocks on her. And when I correct him, he laughs about it. I don't go for that shit. I love children, but I cannot tolerate mean kids, you know. He's not hyper. He don't have anything wrong with him. He is just like a wild, what would you call it? Like a wild monkey. That's what he acts outside. Screams, top of his lungs, like somebody's murdering him. That woman will let that kid sit on his porch and scream at me for 10 or 15 minutes and won't even tell him to be quiet. They was out there. His mama was watching him yesterday. I told my hubby, I said, well, hell, why watch him today? Her daughter never watches him. Wild Indian. No, he didn't. He got mad at me. And then when I saw him do it, so I went outside and said he was in my front yard. So I started talking to him. I think he was after that food container in my hand. I had to throw it at him. I felt bad about doing that. I laughed about it after it happened. I said, get out of here. You're going to act that way. But I couldn't let him hurt me. And he has spurs on the back of him, on his legs. Sonny does. He could really hurt me. And he was really going to. I can tell when he's going to attack me. Yeah, he has no discipline. No, and he was out there jerking Skylar, my beagle, the one that cries all the time, up by the back of her tail. I said, don't you do that. And he started laughing. I said, no, it's not funny, son. I said, it's time for you to go home because I can't let you mistreat my dogs. And another thing, like I told my hubby, I said, I don't care how mean it sounds. I have to protect my dogs. What if he yanks one of their tails or ears and they bite him? And you couldn't blame them for nipping somebody that's hurting them. I have to protect my dogs. So, no, I didn't throw it at the kid, Donnie. I threw the container at the rooster. No, my hubby, I got all over him. I said, you was standing right there talking to that little boy. If you didn't see him jerk my dog up by the tail, I said, that right there, because you don't pay no attention, I want you to quit egging him on to come over here. Mark won't send him home. I will. But I don't do it in a mean way. I'll say, no, you can't come over because you mistreat the dogs and you're mean. Yes, they would blame the dog and they would take my dog around here. That's the way they are. If your dog bites somebody and they take it to that daggone animal kill shelter, and sometimes you'll get your dog back and sometimes the court will be ordered for it to be put down. And I can't allow that. They should teach their kid not to mistreat animals. Just like that rooster, he was out there screaming what he heard his grandmother say. I'm about tired of you. He kept screaming it over and over all day, longest day. And I'm talking, when he starts screaming, he goes on for 10 and 15 minutes. Bye, Linda. Have a great day. But let me tell you something. It made me mad. I know he's a kid, but it made me mad over my rooster because I watched them put that kid up to be mean to that rooster. And I can't come out and say that's my rooster because I'm not supposed to have that rooster here. He is my rooster. My neighbors, I keep my chickens at. They say, like, he's yours. We would never take him from you. But he's the damn community rooster. My landlord, she don't care for him down there in her parking lot and stuff. He really don't bother anything, but she don't know he's mine. She thinks he belongs to um, the neighbors. I don't know what to do. I told my hubby, I said, I cannot. We've lived here 6 years. I don't think I can live here having neighbors with mean children. My other neighbor's got two little boys. My neighbor Chris, his kids don't do crap like that. They get outside and they play like little boys do, but they don't come over and do stuff. And what I told my hubby, I said, what I find strange about this kid is most kids, when a stranger or a neighbor corrects them, it kind of scares them. When someone gets stern with them, that's not their parent, it kind of scares. It doesn't him. He don't care. Oh yeah, see, I had to take that down because I was talking smack about Sonny's owners, and they watch his channel, so I had to take it down. It's on private. And she told me yesterday she's an alcoholic. She was about drunk. She couldn't hardly walk. I was down at the chicken coop. She came down there. She's like, Celeste, I always fed Raven. She calls him Raven. That's Sonny's real name is Raven. Um, and I was like, yeah, I know you did. I know what she was talking about. She's talking about my video. Oh, Donnie baby, thank you for the super chat for Sunny Fun. Oh, thank you. I'll get him a big bag of food. She's got a huge bag, but we'll get him some more. Believe me, we're going to be going through it like crazy. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I think Sunny is a better name than Raven. Well, I came up with Sunny because of the Godfather movie, and plus he was always out there cockadoodling when the sun was coming up. So I just called him Sunny. I still call him Sunny in front of them. The chicks slept in the chicken coop last night up top, locked in. Of course, they got like a screen there for air to come in, but they're safe there. Nothing can get to them. And then this morning, I just opened up their little door and I put the ladder in the chicken coop and they just came right down. I will, Donnie baby. Thank you so much. Sunny and the dogs some treats. Oh, Lord, my dogs love treats. But I'm going to start buying them healthy treats. I'm tired of buying them those little cheap treats. They're not good for them. I'm going to have to take the Yorkie to the vet. She keeps on digging her ear. And I look, there's nothing there, and it's real red. I've been trying to put some ear stuff in it. Yeah, the Godfather, baby. I love the Godfather. Let me turn this back on. Takes me forever to smoke because I let my cigarettes go out. Here is the chicken poop. Lip stuff. When I try to put my phone on that stand and look at the chat keeps going away, so I have to hold it. Crap, I can't get it out of there. It's all natural, and it kind of got a eucalyptus kind of smell, but it's not real strong. And this stuff's really good. That's the pain relieving cream. It really, really works. I asked that girl if it worked, and she's like, if it don't, you can bring it back. And I was like, okay. Tractor Supply is really good, like about refunding stuff. Yeah, I think she has a bacterial infection. When I first got her, she is the hubby's grandmother's dog, and she had passed away. But when I first got her, she had eardrops in it. I looked it up because her ears had black stuff in it, and it said it was some kind of bacterial infection. Oh, really, saying I have some apple cider vinegar. Maybe I should try that. I've been taking like a warm cloth and wiping her ear out. She just started this over the weekend. And if she don't get any better by today, she's going to have to go to the vet. And that's going to be expensive. I don't know why the vet costs so much around here for. It's ridiculous. Yeah, it's infection. Let's see. Let's look at Maleah Davis, y'all. I was listening to Ickmail this morning, and he was talking about this one channel that is reporting on Maleah Davis. God, what is that called? I'll have to go watch his video again. Faked something. But anyways, they've been reporting on Maleah. They've been doing live streams while they've been searching for Maleah. Now, I'm like, Ickmail, why are they doing that? Or are they searching for the right reason? or are they trying to get attention? And I'm telling you something, Tim Miller, the founder of Texas EquiSearch, does not like that they are live streaming while they're searching for Maleah. And also, they found not one cell phone, but two cell phones. Did these people plant these cell phones so that they could get attention? And another thing that Iqmail said, and I have to agree with this, and I don't mean anything towards anybody that's like a medium or anything, but there are a lot of fake mediums on YouTube. And it's just so wrong to try to do these readings about Maleah Davis, any child that's missing, when you're a fraud, just to get views off of a murdered child. That is just so awful. Let's see if there's any updates. And he said something else. I have to agree with him on this. Craig Davis, you are a coward. You have not stood up for your daughter. You have not searched for your daughter. And I get every time Brittany Bowens goes out, she's attacked by protesters shouting stuff. But so what? Man up, grow some balls, and go search for your daughter. Speak out to the media. What the hell is wrong with you? Quit getting on Instagram and sharing pictures of Maleah, acting like you're some great father, when we all know you have not searched for that child not one time. If you have, I do not know about it. I was trying to find that about the cell phone, but I can't find it. Oh, they got a video here on this news article. Bittersweet video shows Maleah Davis smiling before disappearance, and she's sitting in her hospital bed with a bandage around her head. It says Maleah's mother shared a video of her daughter with KTRK TV. The video shows nurses wheeling Maleah to her hospital room after undergoing surgery in March. She cracks a smile while holding a rainbow balloon, and the room erupts in cheer. Maleah vanished in May. And here's something that's a little bit new that I didn't know. A total of $20,000 in rewards have been offered for information leading police to her location or a conviction in the case. I think some of Maleah's relatives donated $10,000 themselves. I did know that. But Craig Davis, he's a coward. Hey, Valerie. Went out to my daughter's fiance's pontoon boat yesterday. Oh, I love going out on the water. My neighbors set up a pool, and my hubby helped them set it up, so we can use that. I need to get me some sun. Hi, Bless Mess. They don't want amateurs searching for her. That really upsets Tim Miller, the EquiSearch guy, because these people are not trained. I mean, yeah, they can look for out of the ordinary stuff, but they're not trained like the EquiSearch is, and they're not in communication with law enforcement. So these two cell phones that were found is very strange. It's very weird that they found two phones just laying around. I mean, it's even weird. I mean, it's weird to find one, but two of them? Did they plant those there? To get views on YouTube? And I watched this channel. I've watched a few of their videos about Maleah Davis. And on one of the first videos I saw, I actually commented that was good that they were out looking for her. At the time, I didn't know that these people were doing it for views because they're live streaming while they're out there searching. And then they so happen to find two cell phones. Come on now. That is weird. Oh, really, Kim? Okay, I'll check my email. I haven't been in it in a couple days, I don't think. Thank you, Shirley, for posting Sunny's link. Hopefully, and my neighbors say by the time these chicks get bigger, Sonny will be over there with them. He won't be able to resist the sister wives. I'm afraid they're going to hurt him over there. Or you would think that Sonny would stand up to that little boy, but Sonny only wants to attack me. No, I'm glad he runs from that little boy because if he scratched that little boy or something, they would kill him. Let's see. What else do they have here? Y'all need to go watch that. It's called Icked Mel. Icked Mel. It's not spaced or anything. He's actually the guy that did the interview with Darion Vince's dad, Joe Vince Sr. I just don't think that they're going to find Maleah unless Darion breaks and tells where she's at. He must have hit her really well. And with him having that gas can, maybe he burned her. But he could have pulled a Chris Watts. Didn't Chris Watts think about blowing himself up at the oil site but backed out? Didn't he have a gas can with him as well or something? Right here. Ace Bendo, I don't know how to say that detective's name, but he believes Vince knows where the child is, but has decided not to tell police. Of course, Vince is being currently held on a charge of tampering with human evidence, specifically a human corpse. Investigators searched Vince's apartment and found blood while search dogs detected the scent of human decomposition. I saw someone the other day say that search dogs can be wrong. Well, cadaver dogs, yeah, they could be wrong, but a dog's nose is almost never wrong. I mean, these dogs are well trained. And another thing, what they did when they took those dogs to smell the trunk of that car is they didn't take the dog directly to that car. They had it out in the parking lot. The dog followed the scent to that car, which makes me think that the dog's not wrong. But what I would like to know is if Brittany Bowens was involved in this. She was not seen on surveillance video leaving the apartment for the airport, even though authorities say that they confirmed that she did fly out to Massachusetts. But I want to know what time that was that Maleah was last seen going into that apartment. Because that could mean Brittany could have had something to do with the murder. We need to figure out what time. I would love to know that. Maleah could have been dead before Brittany left. Read Bless Miss comment. You might want to get video of that kid doing his meanness in case you need to prove it. Just a thought. Hey, you're right. You're right. I'm going to start doing that. Thank you. I knew what you meant. Sometimes when I'm typing in these chats, when I'm watching people's live streams, I'll use voice text and it'll mix my words up and I won't know it until after I've already hit enter. Yeah, I need to do that in case he gets bit or something. Really, what I would like is for him to stay over in his own yard. I can't help that if that sounds mean. I guess if she wants people to not send her kid home, she should teach him how to act. I have never encountered a kid that wild in my life. I mean, he gets enjoyment out of being mean to things. I don't get it. My son was like total opposite. My kid would never, even when he was that age, run over to the neighbor's house and constantly bother them or scream at them or do anything to their dogs. And if he did, I'd bust his little butt. And I've never had to bust his butt. But that, I mean, that kid, he needs something. He needs his butt busted or to be taught something. He's smart. He's really smart. He was out there telling me about the solar system. So if he knows about the solar system and all this and that, he knows not to be mean to dogs. I said, why are you chasing that rooster like that for? He said, because I made up my mind to do it. I said, well, that's mean, throwing rocks at him. Yeah, he seemed to be a lot meaner with his grandparents there, to be honest. A lot meaner. I mean, I told my hubby, I said, his papa was out there walking their dog. And the kid was sitting there screaming at me, and the man never told him to be quiet, stop it, or anything. And I'm like, are y'all serious? Yeah, he does need an intervention. I don't like kids being mean to animals. I don't like anybody. But, I mean, I can't let him come over here and mess with my dogs and be mean to them. I got to protect them. I mean, I would have a heart attack if the animal control rolled up here and took my dog because it nipped a little boy because he was pulling her tail. I'm gonna tell you something. When my dogs see that little boy, they want in the house. That's how bad they don't want to be around him. That's how mean he is. I swear. My neighbor Chris don't let his little boys play with him because he was out there hitting them with sticks one day. And these little boys are older than him, but he's just that mean that I guess Chris is afraid one of his little boys might hit him back or something one day, and they're probably maybe a year older than him, maybe a little bit more. See, Chris likes Sonny too. Sonny's been hanging out on his porch. He don't bother Chris, and that was the second time yesterday that he had chased Sonny. The first time he chased him all the way to Chris's porch, and Chris had just pulled up, and he said, "Hey, quit bothering that rooster." And I heard him tell him to go home. Yeah, he's 5 years old, but he's like a 10-year-old little monster. He's about to drive me crazy, y'all. I mean, sometimes I can't help but like laugh at him, but I don't laugh at him when he does mean things and laughs about it. Yeah, he's very mean to Sonny. He's very mean to my dogs too. He picked up rocks right in front of me and threw them at Lady as hard as he could. And I thought she was going to bite him before I could get her. Lady don't put up with that crap. Skylar will, but Skylar will bite too if you hurt her. Any dog will. Yeah, it's his mom's fault. I've tried and tried and tried talking to him. Tried and tried and tried talking to him. She needs to keep her child home. I mean, I know y'all think I'm mean, but really, y'all like he sits and screams for 10 or 15 minutes. I try to talk to him and be like, well, you can come over here if you're not mean. You can help me pick things up out of the yard, this and that. I'll give you candy. That crap don't work. That works for about a few minutes. And then he's back. Yeah, well, like I told my hubby, I said she needs to get out of her daggone pajamas, get off her ass, and teach her kids something and spend some time with them. What she does is she lets him do whatever he wants and runs wild so that she don't have to be bothered with him. And I've only heard her try to get him to do something about one time, and she couldn't because she don't make him mind. It's bad. My landlord asked me what all the screaming was up here. Seriously, she called the other day, and I told her. I told her what it was. Oh, yeah, bless mess. It puts you in a bad, it puts me in a bad position because he is a child. But on the other hand, I don't think I deserve to be screamed at constantly when I'm outside. And he does everything in his power to torment those dogs, from blowing whistles to trying to bark at them to doing all kinds of things. Now, he was outside with his grandpa yesterday walking that dog. And when I came out, I didn't know they were out there, or I'd have went out the other door. As soon as he saw me, he starts barking at me. Now, he wasn't doing that to his grandpa's dog, and his grandpa didn't say a word. Then he started screaming, lady, lady, lady. And they don't do anything. It's annoying. It's really, really annoying. Yeah, she's young. She's young. I mean, she works. I mean, he's got good clothes and stuff, but he is just wild. And I think he's done set in his ways. I mean, I've tried everything, and I was like, you know what? I'm not putting up with this all summer. Yeah, that's the way I feel about it too. For a long time, a couple weeks, I was like, I'll just try to talk to him and do. It don't work. It don't work, and he is on my last nerve. Um, you know, my son doesn't holler at her family when they're outside on their porch, and I would never let him or go to their house. Like, I don't know how to say this. Like, when you correct the child, he has no respect for what you say whatsoever. Most kids his age, if a neighbor corrected them, I was nice about it, but it was stern. Most kids would have been scared and went home, right? I remember when a neighbor corrected me or anybody that wasn't my parent, you're like, oh gosh, I'm in trouble. That feeling. Not him. Really, Valerie? Is that what it is? Well, I mean, I hate to say this, but I just don't got the nerves for that defiance crap. I mean, seriously. I mean, I hope that, I don't think he needs medicine. I think he needs to be made mind. I think that's what it is. I mean, you could see the difference between Chris's boys and this kid. Chris's boys, they get out there and they play like little boys is supposed to, and you'll hear them over there doing this and that. But as far as sitting there screaming to the top of their lungs, they never come over here. And if my dog barks at them or anything, I make the dog come in the house because dog barking can scare kids. Um, it's just a mess. It's just a mess. I'm going to start going out like the other way. Hopefully he's in daycare or something this summer. He's cute, but he is the perfect target for a pedophile because, like my neighbor that owns the trailer nobody lives in, that little boy had never met that man in his life. He was outside by himself. What's he do? He runs straight up to him and talks to him like he's known him all his life. And I told him, you can't do that. I said, has nobody never taught you stranger danger? Well, that man's not dangerous. I said, well, no, he's not dangerous, but you didn't know that. He's been taught nothing. Nothing. I'd say what he learns is from school. Hey, Harley. No, they're saying it wasn't linked to Maleah Harley. No, she was living with this guy, and I think she moved out. That's why she rented this place. But I know him. Well, he's not a very good parent um, either. But he told me and my hubby that she just lets him run wild, and that's pretty apparent. You would think she wouldn't let him come over here and bother me. I told his dad that he stood there and screamed at me for 10 and 15 minutes at a time every time he sees me. I ignore him because if you speak to him, he comes over here. It's bad. He's really mean. I'm telling you, he's really mean for me not to want him to come over here. He's really mean. But you would think she wouldn't let him come over here because you know he told her what I said. I told him, I was like, she lets him be mean as crap, and I can't even walk outside for him. Yeah, bless miss. I will go check that out. Girl, Carolina girl, I have kept candy. I have tried everything with that kid. It does not work. It absolutely does not work. It works for about 2 minutes and then he's back to doing something else. And it's mainly being mean to my dogs and sitting there screaming. I mean, he likes to be mean to the dogs. He gets pleasure out of it. He laughs. I mean, he really does. He's mean. He's really mean. I mean, it's almost funny he's so mean. I mean, you know how little boys they'll say mean as a striped snake? Oh my gosh, he really is. I told my hubby, I said the sad thing is kids need discipline. They want someone to discipline them. If you don't discipline a kid and just let them do whatever they'll have no respect for you. And more than likely, kids like that end up in jail, prison, or addicts. I mean, kids have to learn. You have to teach them when they do something, there is a consequence for it, you know. Yeah, I mean, really, really, guys, I'm not being mean. I love kids, but I have really, honestly, Mel's heard me talk about other people have before. I have really tried everything. Candy. I've actually had bubbles out there. Chalk. The chalk he draws on his porch with come from me. I've tried everything, and it's just like this. My dogs come before my neighbors. I mean, um, I would never want my dogs to be mistreated, and I would never want them to bite a child, even if the kid pulled their tail. You know, they're still a kid, so it's just best that he stays on his side of the yard until she learns him some manners. If not, I'm gonna send my son out there to start screaming at her every time he sees her. No, my kid wouldn't do that. But that's what I feel like, you know? Or maybe I'll just go out there and scream myself. I just found it very rude of them yesterday to stand there and let that little boy scream at me and my dogs at him about 10 feet from me. And his grandfather never said a word. He just kept walking the dog. And the little boy was standing right beside of him walking. Yeah, Mel, that's a good idea. That stuff doesn't work with him. I don't know what. I've never seen a kid that I couldn't talk to and get them to behave and stuff. I really have not. If she keeps on letting that little boy run around outside unsupervised this summer, she's going to have something else to deal with because I'm not going to put up with it. And I can't watch him for her. For one, it's not my job. Yes, if I'm out there, I will. But she needs to learn how to be a responsible parent. Yeah. I mean, I feel bad talking about him, honestly, guys. Talking about him being mean and not wanting him over here, that makes me feel like shit. But, like, what am I supposed to do? You know, I don't know what else to do. It's about miserable living here beside of him. I've been praying for them. I've been praying that they find somewhere new to live. I told my hubby, Harley, my mom took my niece to the police department one time. She kept on running her mouth. She was a teenager. My mom raised her. But anyway, she was cussing my mom, calling her names, this and that. My mom pulled her into the police station, the town police department. And that cop came out and talked to her. And he told her, he said, look up at me when I'm talking to you. By gosh, she did. It scared her. Well, yeah, he's seen a lot. He told me his daddy called his mommy bad names. Well, that's her fault because she moved out. She don't go to let him come there and spend the night with her. He told me what names that his dad called her. He loved repeating them. He's mean as shit. He said, I'm going over to your baby chicks. I said, oh, no, you're not either. Ain't killing my baby chicks. He thought they was over here on my porch, is what it was. Because I tried to tell him about the baby chicks and, try to occupy his mind from pulling my dog's tails and stuff. It didn't work. I mean, anything's possible, Carolina girl. All I know is that I have never seen a child that was that wild before. And you can tell him to go home and he'll say no. I'll say, it's time for you to go home. Go back across the yard. He'll say no. And I'll say, yes, son, you are going. And then he'll say, I'm not your son. Then we'll argue. Yesterday, he made me mad. He was smarted off to me. I thought, you little disrespectful thing. He's been taught nothing. I said, why are you chasing that rooster throwing rocks? Because I made up my mind to do it. I said, well, that's mean. And they heard me say it to him too, because their door was open. No, she ain't. The father tried to make an excuse because I brought that up. And I was like, anybody else would call CPS on her. He said she can see him. The couch is there from the door when it's open. And I didn't say anything to him, but there is no couch there. I actually walked over into his yard with him when the door was open. I was like, let's go look at your trampoline because I wanted to see if she could see him. And she could not. So he lied for her. I guess he thought I was going to report her. She will be reported if she don't start watching it again. I mean, I've like told him 100 times that bear comes right up that hill. My hubby's texted me. This one looks like Dennis the Menace too. He's got blonde hair. He wears little glasses. I mean, sometimes he's all right, but it seems like that he has gotten worse lately. Used to, I could try to occupy him a little bit and do this and that. Let's pick up some sticks, but it doesn't work anymore. His grandparents, I believe, make him worse. Donnie, my son, is the same way. He was a good baby, a good toddler, and he's just a good kid. He says please and thank you and all that. He never was one like to rough house and stuff. So I guess when I see these mean kids, I don't know what to think because my son's never like that. I would never allow him to be that way. You teach your kids manners. Like when they go to someone's home to visit, you don't go get in their refrigerator. You got to teach kids things like that. You don't let your kids mess with people's stuff in their house when you go visit. I don't know. I'm going to try to just stay in my front yard as much as I can. They don't care what he does hardly. They just let him run wild so they don't have to fool with him. It's really pitiful. It's really pitiful. It's really their fault that he was like that, honestly. I thought maybe I could teach him some manners and stuff, but that didn't go well. Anyways, guys, I'm going to get off here and go check on my baby chicks. I'm going to go take them some fresh water. I went and let them out this morning. I didn't take fresh water with me because I just gave them fresh water last night before I put them up. But I'm going to go try to get a video of them, show y'all how much they've grown. I was trying to wait a couple days so y'all could see, how much they grow. If I show them every day, it's hard to see how much they're growing. That little Easter egg laying chick, Bunny, she has gotten huge. She's got black legs. She's really cool. But anyways, thank y'all for chatting. I'll keep y'all updated about the little girl from Utah, Elizabeth Shelley. It's nice to have somebody in the chat that's in that hometown because they can give us information and tell us all the rumors and stuff that's going around. Yeah, he is. He sounds like he is bored, Donnie. That's probably why he's so mean. Anyways, I'm always nice to him, but I do send him home over my dogs. But anyways, I love y'all. Have a great day. Be kind and peace. Thank you for chatting. And Donnie, that was you that super chatted me, wasn't it? Thank you so much, girl. He's got a trampoline is the thing about it. The kid won't jump on it unless those other little kids, Chris's kids, jump on it with him. But like I said, Chris don't let his kids play with him much because he hits them with sticks and stuff. Yeah, he's pretty mean to them, and they're older kids. They're older than him, like I'd say a year or two. Anyways, bye guys. Right, Shirley, it's not. So let me see. I went by Gypsy Rose's house yesterday. Harley says, "Oh, cool. Yeah, email me. Email me." Okay, guys, I'm off here now. I'll keep running my mouth. Bye.